Ya Safa, good evening, girls.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm pretty good, thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Let's wait for your friends just to come because it's little early.
Hi, Leonardo.
Good evening, I'm Hayat. How are
Can you
you?
hear me? Hi, Leonardo.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. It's
I
been a
am
long
well,
time.
thanks. How are you?
Thank you so
It
much.
has. I'm so sorry. I was sick and
Don't-
I was going through something, so I couldn't. This is my son, Bilal.
Hi,
Oh my God. Hi, how are you?
good. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. You look awesome.
Thank you. Yeah,
Isn't he handsome?
I like the
Yes, he
glasses. I like the
is.
glasses.
How old are you? I'm Bilal.
I'm 20.
Oh, come on, you're still young.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, you
He's
gotta grow up.
young, but he's got a mind of a 40-year-old.
So unfair.
I heard that you are studying philosophy, maybe, or psychology. What are you studying?
Philosophy, yeah. Right now, I'm studying IT, so I'm looking to get into that. So working with computers, security, so that kind of interests me right now. And the psychology is just a minor.
Yeah, amazing. Is it a hard
Yeah.
field of study, Bilal? I mean,
You know,
it's,
it's
mm,
I
mm.
recommend going home after each class and studying by yourself because if you love it, then teach yourself and it'll become easier. Because if you're
Hello.
relying on the teacher, you won't get very far.
Hello,
Hello.
Aisha.
Hello, my dear friend.
Hi, Habibi.
Hello, Bilal.
How are you, sweetheart?
Fine. And you?
Bilal, this is Aisha.
Hi.
Aisha, this is Bilal.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bilal. I'm proud of you, Bilal.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope I can help you guys today as much as I can.
Yeah, I hope
Yes, you
also.
will. Okay, guys,
So
let me
what are you
say,
guys studying? I'll start with
I think you have to ask the students. We have Yara, Safa, Dareen, Sharbil, Aya, Amir, Rima, Nisreen, Maryam. Holy God, good evening, guys.
Good
And
evening, teacher.
how are
Evening.
you?
Good evening,
Fine.
everyone.
Okay, Bilal, I think I have to tell you something. All the students here that we have are really amazing, and all of them are my students, and I'm really proud of them. Absolutely, we have to ask you some questions. All of them have questions to ask, so I hope to be patient, and we wish a really good meeting with you because we have met Hayat, and when we heard that you would be here, so we were really excited, and I think all the students have some questions to ask you. So, guys, this is it. This is an open conversation. I have to say, welcome here, guys, Hayat, Bilal, and it is the time for you to ask. Please don't hesitate. It is a great chance to ask whatever you want. So, anyone has a question, absolutely, Bilal, Hayat can hear you.
yeah. So thanks for having me. I'll start with whoever wants to
Welcome.
go first.
Welcome, Madam Hayat and Mr. Bilal.
Thank you,
Nice
Safa.
to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I just want to welcome you in our session.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Do you have any
We
questions,
are here
Safa?
to practice we are here to practice our English.
Hello,
and-
Bilal. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. How are you?
Fine. What about
That's
you?
good.
I am Amir.
Nice to meet you, Amir. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. How's your day?
Good.
Do anything fun yet?
يلا احكي أمير تشجع.
Okay.
Let me
Yes, I
ask
do
you.
many
Let
funny
me
things
ask
in
you
my
the
day.
first question, Bilal, please, because I think this question is the question of most of the students. How can we learn English easily? I mean, if you notice that most of the Arab people have that big problem of learning the language and speaking very well. So what is your piece of advice that you could tell my students about learning the English language in an easy way? Or what do you think, Bilal?
So that's a good question. What I would recommend, rather than going on an app on your phone and searching English app, because sometimes that's very hard, go on social media, maybe call somebody who's a distant relative and see how they talk with each other. See maybe sometimes words like I am, sometimes it can become I'm. And that's more common. Yani, people use it more. So listen to how people talk on social media together. Go on YouTube, search up English conversation, English phrases. Like most important thing, put common English phrases in YouTube. I think if you want to practice outside of school, that's the best way to do it. Because that's how I try to learn Arabic when I struggle with certain words.
Rima, good evening, Rima. I think I missed you. Can you hear me? I'm Rima.
Bilal, do you speak Arabic language?
Yes.
But he speaks the Arabic language like you speak the English
Exactly.
language.
Yes. Very broken. Yeah.
Mariam, can you hear me, Mariam? Mariam.
Hello, I'm here.
Mariam, someone told me that you have a question.
Uh, yes, okay.
Okay.
My question is for you, first of all. How do you feel today? Because you have been sick yesterday.
Are you talking to me?
No,
No,
with
no.
Leonardo.
Okay.
ليوناردو كان
Yes.
كمان حياة.
Oh, you were sick.
I
الحمد لله على
was.
السلامة.
I was. Thank you so
You
much.
were sick.
Oh, me and you were
Okay.
sick.
وحياة كمان حياة
Everybody.
كانت القرفة عم
You
تطلع
were
معنا
sick.
راحت عند الدكتور.
Okay. I want to say for Hayat that you have you must be very proud of your son because he's a young man and you are still a very young woman.
Thank you
So,
very much. I am
think
very, very proud. He
Yes,
is
okay.
very intelligent. I learned from him. I learned from him.
Okay. And
Their generation understands more and they're more advanced than we are because they're living in this world now, right? In this generation.
Yes.
Right? So you listen to them because they know more. They know what's going on. And you have to
Okay.
trust them. And I know that he's very wise. He's always been a little man. Ever since he was little, he's a little man, we call him.
Well, to elaborate, like she says, it's not that our generation is smarter. I think one advantage we have over the older generation is that we like to talk and network a little bit more with other people across the world. So, for example, it's not always about what you know, it's about who you know, because sometimes who you know can get you to the right place. So always try to talk to the right people. Try to talk with successful people. That way you can learn to talk like them, if that makes sense.
Did you understand?
Yes, yes, I
Yes, I
understand.
understand.
Okay.
Perfect.
I want to ask, you are at university now.
Correct.
Yes. Which level with you are in master's degree?
No, so it's not like that. I'm taking an IT course, so it's like on the computer for
Okay.
security. And inshallah, in one year I graduate.
Okay. And it's in I don't ما بعرف شو بدي أقول. No, it's in relation with AI or not?
Sometimes, but I can't always use it. Only sometimes.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you.
No worries, good question.
Are you psychologist, Bilal?
No, I wish. It takes too long. So
Oh.
I'm just my hobby.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Bilal.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am Amir.
Yeah, I spoke to you before, right?
Okay, nice to meet you. Can
Nice
I
to meet
ask
you as
you some question?
Of course.
Some questions.
Some questions.
Ah,
What
please.
What is your job?
So right now, while I'm in school, I'm a butcher.
Okay, nice.
So I cut meat.
What you do in your day?
In my day, so
In your
after
free time.
breakfast,
In your free time,
my
what
free
you do?
time. Okay, better question. I like that one. My free time, I like to research a lot about history. I like knowing about history. I like to watch YouTube videos, game PS5. I play a lot of FIFA.
Yes.
I go to the gym. Yeah, go downtown Calgary. Very nice.
But amazing.
Yeah. What about you?
I am I am playing football sometimes. And I play PS5 when I finish this session.
Same here.
He can't wait to play it.
Sometimes I watch Netflix.
Okay, nice.
Smart.
Yeah.
I told you guys last time to watch Netflix and make sure you put the titles and you read while you're watching only English shows. No Arabic.
It's also a very good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only English.
Only English. Have the subtitle on the bottom. Keep watching it and reading it. Watching and reading. That's how you learn as well.
I have a question. How is the life there in Canada?
So I don't know much about the life in Lebanon, but I can say that here it's fairly easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like growing up, I had to do certain things like throw out the garbage and I would have to go to school, but it wasn't very hard. We have good transportation. We have buses that take kids from school to home. It's very easy. There's not a lot of crime. It's very boring. It's
Yeah,
like
that is boring.
so me
So
personally, I don't like the nightlife is very nice here. So
good.
you have a lot of fun, but during the day, it's a lot about work. So you're going to be working most of the day.
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Bilal, have you been to Lebanon before?
Yes, a few times, but my last time was 2019.
2019, a very long period of time. Okay. Are you thinking just to visit
Yeah,
this
well, we
country
wanted to
again?
go back and then everything got bad in Lebanon. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So please don't come. Anywhere
I
but
might
here.
have to.
Anywhere but here, please. Hmm.
No,
Not
I really
now.
want to. I really do. I really do want to.
Sonia, where are you? I'm Sonia.
Sorry?
Sonia.
Yeah, Sonia, I think. Sonia, can you hear
Doctor,
me?
Dr.
Yes, I'm
Sonia.
here.
Oh,
Hello,
please.
hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are
Oh,
you?
I'm pretty good. Someone told me that you have a question.
Someone told you.
Yes, is you right?
Come on, Sonia, ask
Yeah,
the
ask
question.
anything,
Don't be
anything.
shy.
Option here.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know more about Canada because my son is thinks يعني he has a girlfriend there. So I'm afraid he will go to Canada. I like him to stay in Lebanon. So can you tell me more about Canada?
Of course.
But
So
his girlfriend is very strong. يعني أخذته على كندا.
the
Yes,
women here are very strong. Okay. So
يعني أنت فقدته.
yes, I noticed that.
yes. So here it's kind of like you always hear online on social media, 50-50. Not every case, everybody's different, but Canada is 50-50 in the sense that if you're going out, if you have work, if you have children, if you have you want to go out for dinner, the responsibility is on you both. One person doesn't get to and the other person gets to stay because there's not a lot of downtime, if that makes sense. If you're not at work, you're at home cooking or you're doing something, and then things close early here. It's not open all night like in Lebanon. Some places they close as early as 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, very early. So it's not like dangerous. He's not going to come here and have a hard time. He might be bored actually at the beginning.
How old is he?
26.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So for sure he's going to be bored.
Yeah.
He will
It's
come
going to
here.
be very different for
Very,
him.
very big change.
Okay. Thank you.
No
I
worries.
will tell him
His
that
girlfriend, is she Canadian or Lebanese?
Lebanese Canadian.
She's Lebanese Canadian. That's good too, because they can understand each other. And we work very hard here. Nobody sits at home. Nobody's sitting at home. إجر على إجر. Everybody works, all ages. ما حدا في يقعد برا الشغل here. You can't be without work here. You won't
Yes.
survive.
And it's not easy to come back to Lebanon. That's my problem.
The thing is, when they come here, they're going to want to go to Lebanon for one more trip because they're going to hate it here. They're going to be bored, lonely. It's not like
Wow.
Lebanon, you walk outside and, hi, how are you? And all your neighbors. And no, everybody is in their home. They work.
Good news
they come
for
home,
me.
and with family.
Family is a big
Yes.
thing here.
Family is a big thing here.
And another thing, don't be scared for your son coming to Canada because here we keep the culture. I know almost everything about Lebanon's history, culture, food, the lahjat we have around the country. I try to know as much as I can. I want to keep it with me because we can't lose it.
Yeah, he
We
educates
take pride.
himself.
We take a lot of pride as Lebanese Canadian.
Yes.
We know we don't say Canadian Lebanese. We say Lebanese Canadian because we're Lebanese.
Canadian.
Yes.
Okay.
Who we خلقان here in Canada, and he's Lebanese.
Okay, Lebanese Canadian.
Because no Canadian will look at me and accept me and say you're Canadian, but a Lebanese person will look at me and say you look like a Lebanese. So I'm
Lebanese.
Lebanese.
You look like a Lebanese.
Yes.
It's true. Okay, and
God bless your son, and
he
I wish him
speaks
all the
English
best.
and French. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
بلال we have option here in Lebanon يعني عن جد لازم تجي كرمال هالاوبشن. We know elections results before doing the election. What do you think about this? هذا مش موجود بكندا. You don't have this option in Canada. What do you think about this?
About what, عائشة?
About يعني نحن بنعرف we know يعني بنعرف الريزلتس يعني بنعرف الريزلت تبع الالكشن
You already know the results before they come out.
Yeah.
It's very very right لأنه شايفة آخر election عملناهم بالجامعة I knew results
لا نعرف الريزلتس
before results, yes.
So you guys say like the politics, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So
need politics in Lebanon.
you want
يعني
you want my يعني my view on the politics بلبنان?
Yeah.
Okay. So from my point of view, I see Lebanon in a place where the people were working so hard and you guys were living your life when in the background there were people who were of a different status who were taking advantage of the distraction. So you're on social media, you have work, you have your children. My point of view is that in politics, they don't care about what you think. They need structure the way the way they want. How do I put this? Easy to understand. It's what is beneficial for them. What's good for them. That's how I view it. I don't view the elections as fair, in my opinion.
It's not fair.
Yeah, like Canada, it's not fully fair either.
Okay. نسرين دارين معنا نسرين ودارين
I want actually to say something.
يلا آية.
Yeah, you know the elections that we know the results exactly, but I have to say that this is from people's acts, and it's not actually the fault of politician. It's also the people and the accumulation of politics all over these years. So yeah, I think it's not only the fault of politicians, it's the fault of people that they are voting another time for the same politicians without being like, "Khalas, no, we're gonna stop." No, they are still voting for the same politicians.
And that's the mistake right there. They're voting for what they're comfortable with. They're not thinking about bringing somebody new in to do something different for the country. No.
And another stereotype. No, they are still that, like in 1970s, they stopped there and they said that we're not gonna develop. That's the idea.
So that's actually a big talking point in Canada among my friends. We talk about this a lot, about why Lebanon doesn't like change. Even my own father, okay? He came here 20 years ago and he didn't like change. He stayed in the same job from the second he stepped foot here. So I can say one thing about our people is that even here, we don't like a lot of change. We usually think we're doing it right all the time. So my opinion is that the educated in this country that are Lebanese Canadian, whichever expertise or education they have, we should bring back some of it to Lebanon and implement it there. So, for example, if I study politics here and I gain some knowledge and money, I should go back to my home country and help and give advice on how to run it there so that they can kind of see what works. Does that make sense?
Actually, we have this philosophical thinking, and we in universities we don't study politics as it. We study the philosophy of politics, but what they are doing in the real field, in the actual field, in the society is against what they have studied. They just like go with the flow of the parties and the politics inside Lebanon. And when you say that you're wrong, everyone is gonna say like, "No, you are wrong." No, but the majority is not the right path, but they don't understand that idea.
I think they do, but they're misinformed. Misinformation is very, very common. My news is different from your news, but my beliefs aren't very different because I can see the truth and the false. So, for example, I will ask a question to anybody here. Do you guys trust everything you see on American news?
Never.
Okay. So why do you trust everything? Or I'm not going to say why, but why would you feel more inclined to trust what you see on your home country's news? Why do you feel like that is more trustworthy?
Because there's no news that it's for all Lebanese. There are news for MBN, there's news for MTV, there's news for LBC. So every party has his own news, and you and your party, you watch the news.
Yes.
That's why.
So there you go. That's why I wanted to ask. It's that nobody fully knows what the truth is unless they go actively and seek it. So don't expect to open up your phone and find the truth in front of your face. The same way you can't expect to say, "Oh, I'm a psychologist," and expect to know everything, or speak to one psychologist and say, "I know everything he knows." Sometimes you need personal experience. So I'll give you an example that applies to two things. For what's happening right now in Palestine and Gaza, you cannot talk to an American and expect him to tell you what's going on. You should ask somebody from Palestine. They have personal experience. We call it first-hand experience. Second-hand experience is when you find out through never seeing. Ask somebody who's seen it, first-hand experience. The same thing with education. Go study yourself. Go do it. That way you know what you're talking about, not you know what somebody else is talking about. You know?
اوكي دارين ومعنا نسرين. وينك نسرين؟
Hello everyone, I'm Nisreen.
Hello.
Hello Dr. Aisha, hello Mr. Leonardo, hello Bilal and Bilal mothers.
Hi.
Good evening. Hi, I'm Dareen.
Hi Dareen.
Hello, Dareen.
Good evening, I'm Darin.
Actually, I have, first of all, I feel like when you chat about Canada, I feel that Canada is so suitable for introvert people.
I would say so.
Enjoying
that's
sitting with
perfect.
themselves.
Actually, that's a good example. Like introverted people will find a lot of comfort here with the snow, the isolation. It's nice, but there is a social life. Like nobody's stopping you, right? Like if you can get to know some friends, there's good people here. Nobody here is. We're very friendly. Everybody, Canada, we're known for being polite. We say sorry for everything.
Yeah,
Like
everything.
and is that we hit somebody, we'll say sorry. Like we just because we're very nice. We have no reason to be, but nobody here has a reason to hate each other. Everybody's different here. Like my neighbor, he's Indian, and then my neighbor to my left, he's Chinese, and then my neighbor across from me, he's African. So
That means
everybody,
most of people there is foreign.
foreign, exactly. But guess what? We're one of them too, right? So we can't. So we need to find some commonality. If we learn from each other, then our society knows how to function. We find the good that we can bring back from home. Lebanon, for example, has so many good things in our culture. Our family structure, very good. It's perfect almost. Our values, who we value, our acceptance of religion, almost sometimes, is very good. So that's stuff that we can bring back here and teach other people who haven't seen that, right?
Wonderful. I have a question for you both. How much deeply do you think or do you consider slang language is important for ours for people? Sometimes I think that it's a marketing phrase. Come and speak like native speaker. Why do I have to speak like native speaker while almost all the people around me is not a native speaker?
Yeah.
Besides that, I like to speak English with grammar. I like also to speak Arabic and put some items or phrases. That's Fusha. I don't know what's the word Fusha.
You know, Fusha, no, I understand. Yeah.
Standard.
I like to use Fusha. It's strange here to use to speak all your speech with Fusha, but
I can't understand Fusha.
So just to give you a suggestion.
It's no problem.
Okay, yeah. So the Fusha, if you want to say it in English, it's classical. So you say classical Arabic.
Classical English.
English, perfect. That's like classical English is like Old English. Classical Arabic is like Fusha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's strange to speak classical English while you
Yeah,
are in Canada.
nobody even knows classical English
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
I should
Just
say
like he said earlier, you know, when you're speaking with somebody and you're like, I am going to the doctors. Here we're like, I'm going to the doctors.
no
I'm
one will
going, not I am
accept
going.
the classical.
We don't use, yeah. It's more slang. Do you know what slang is?
Yeah, I know. Gonna.
Yeah. So it's slang English, you know? Everything is just, it
It's
becomes
kind
a
of
habit.
like it's like saying Hamdulillah and Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
It's just very different. It's very slight different, but it means the same thing.
Yeah. Do you know my children? They are English educated, but in their school, which is a historical school in English here in Lebanon, it's forbidden for them to speak slang language. So this make me confused. What's the right?
They just want them to learn the proper English.
That's correct.
And when they come into another country or whatever, they'll get used to speaking just slang after.
Nobody will make fun of you for speaking proper.
Nobody will make fun of you for speaking proper English. No.
If you say I am, that's okay. Like we know you're speaking proper English. It's us who we speak like to our friends like this. But if we're going to apply for a job, I will never say I'm good for the job. I will say I am good for the job because. Do you know what I mean? It's more professional.
You use it officially when you are in
Bilal,
official conversation. You use it.
But can you use language at the university? I mean, can you talk to your professor or to your teacher using abbreviations, using language?
Of course, yeah.
Can you do that? Is it?
Yeah. You can even joke around. Yeah, certain professors, you can joke around with your professor. You can do whatever. They're not very strict here. It's more so be whoever you want. You don't need to say Mr. or you don't need to say like excuse me, sir. It's kind of like if you have a question, hey, I have a quick question. I'm going to the store. What do I get? You can talk like that. It's okay. They won't punish you. There's no punishment for this. But if you want to start going out with new people who are Canadian,
you have to
and you want to make Canadian friends, no, like with your friends, you shouldn't be formal. No.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. With your professor, even them, not necessarily, but with an employer, if you want to get employed, yeah, that's very important because, like your professor, you establish there's respect. You call him Mr. or Doctor. That's the respect. But an employer, you're trying to impress. If you want to impress somebody, so like show them, oh, I'm very professional. Say I am. Like what you teach your students, that's perfect. That's perfect. Speak exactly what he teaches you because that's gonna get you far getting employed.
Exactly. What about your professors or teachers, Bilal? Do they use the formal language? I mean, in explaining the lessons or maybe in talking in general. I don't know if they are using the formal or informal language.
When we write down essays or important text, it's formal.
It is completely formal.
Yeah, but if he's gonna read it off a board, like if you put like I am going to the store and he reads it I'm going to the store, there's no problem. It's the same thing. He won't get punished. Nobody's gonna punish you. It's the same thing. But if you're writing it down, always put I am. It's more professional.
Won't be the rude person if I want to use the informal with my doctor, with my teacher. Maybe I will be rude or it's something normal.
Oh yeah, it's very normal.
It's very normal. Yeah. Like sometimes it's even a mistake. Nobody cares. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's formal and emails, no? So except emails with professors, they should be in a formal way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just like wondering, Dr. Aisha, if you are strict with your students.
She is.
لا
You know, you know.
You're not strict with your students?
It's different when you're an
أنا
English
مش
teacher.
كثير ستريكت. لا انه اوكي انه انا حازمه يعني، بس انه ما بحاسب على الكلمه يعني مع students.
Come and see our university professors. You have to see them one day, Dr. Aish. I have to take you there.
اكيد انا I have a question. هو انه يعني my friend told me، قالت لي انه في الانجليش هلا المودرن مودرن انجليش كل شيء بيرفكت حذفوه، يعني اذا قلنا باست بيرفكت محذوف، قال خلص ليش بدنا نحن نستعمل باست بيرفكت او بريزنت بيرفكت؟ لا، انه باست مثلا I went مثلا على محل، رحت على محل، بيستعملوا بالباست انه ليش بدي احط الشيء، استعمل شيء، كل شيء اسمه بيرفكت انحذف. مزبوطة هالخبرية؟
Like not exactly. يعني إذا كتبتي if you wrote I went to the store, that's past. يعني I now I know you're talking about the past, but I'm going to the store, it could mean I'm going right now or I'm going after. You need to be specific. That's why she's telling you it needs to be perfect.
Yeah, I'm going يعني هلا أنا رايحة أوكي، وبالماضي I went، بس أنا عم أقول
I have
يعني
gone.
The perfect tenses,
have
Aisha,
gone.
I know. For example,
perfect
present
tenses، يعني
perfect,
قصدي
past perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect. Okay.
يعني
Okay.
بس عم بتقلي في صديقة خبرتني إنه هون حذفوا من الإنجليش مودرن إنجليش، قال هودي محذوفين.
Aisha, the problem that in the international exams like IELTS exam, TOEFL exam, and Duolingo, you really need them. I mean, maybe the examiner is going to ask you using the present perfect. Absolutely, you have to stick with the tense. If you want to change the tense, your answer will be different. And maybe by changing the tense, you will give a completely different answer. Absolutely, you will get nothing. I mean, you will get no mark, nothing. So this is the problem. The problem that till now, the international exams, you have to study them. Some exams, Aisha, you have to study the 12 tenses. The 12 tenses are really hard just to master them. It's not even the native speaker find it really hard just to master the 12 tenses. Holy God, 12 tenses is really hard.